optimistic about mornings yesterday. Let's talk about some good reads today. I think the best part about this new room is my chair. I can just roll around everywhere I want to go. Seriously, you pick the weirdest places to lay down. There's a couch right there, there's your bed right there, and you choose the blanket on the ground. You're a weird dog, Joe. Yesterday, we cleaned every single dish that we own by hand.
I cleaned!
We cleaned!
Me!
We did it!
You did nothing!
You did nothing!
What?
I got really tired of sitting in the house, so we're skating over to park to read some books. Got a whole backpack full of them. Gonna show some of my favorites, and I want to read a new one that I haven't read yet. Alright, a couple of daredevils. Bye!
Yeah, sure.
You want me to film it? How's it going, man?
Good.
I'm Garrett.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I make YouTube videos. What's your name, dude?
DJ.
DJ. Alright, dude, let's kill it.
Darian! I'm being on YouTube!
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, he's going backwards! Woo! Oh, sweet. Alright, what's your name?
Logan.
Logan, what's going on? I'm Garrett. Oh, there he goes! Bye, DJ! Woohoo! He's zooming. Alright, show me what you got. Oh, he's going sideways! Woohoo! You guys were awesome! That was so cool!
You wanna try it?
No way! I'm good. I'm good. You gonna go? No? Alright. DJ, way to go, man. Killing it. What brings you guys to the park today? Just the sledding?
Just sledding, man.
Always a good time. came here to read books, and I ended up freaking having the greatest time ever with these guys. Totally came out here with the intention of just reading some books, and then I stumbled upon like the greatest sled day ever. Seriously, is such a beautiful place to read a book. The water is moving, but it's moving at such a pace that it's not disturbing to listen to. It doesn't distract me from anything. It's just pleasant. And you know what? If it stays like this is going to be my new reading spot. I need to like install a chair here permanently for me, because right now I'm just sitting on my skateboard so that I'm not directly in snow. But this is amazing. Seems as good a time as any to do a little bit of reviewing of my favorite books. I brought a ton of them in my backpack, so let's start with The Prince. It was written by Machiavelli, and it was written for His Magnificence Lorenzo de' Medici. It's a great discussion starter. One of the most famous lines in this book is, "It's better to be feared than loved." And my freshman roommate Logan and I had a heated discussion about this. It's the same thing with 1984, George Orwell, and Brave New World, Aldous Huxley, where one is ruled by fear and the other one is ruled by pleasure. And I personally think that pleasure is more effective because it's a trick. It's not blatantly, oh man, I am getting way too like psycho with my like analysis. You're gonna see like how I manipulate, so maybe I should hold off on that. Fahrenheit 451. Now this book took me like 5 times to read before I really liked it. It's the same with Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye I did not like right away, but the more I read it, the more I liked it, and it's the same with this. It's wild, and I really, if you have not read this, which most of you will read in high school or have read in high school, and if you didn't enjoy it, I really think that you should go back and give it a second chance, because I did. I gave it third chance, fourth chance, and by the time I got to the point where, you know, I had matured enough and had developed, you know, my own philosophies enough, I really, really enjoyed this book. My little red book. This is Dracula. This is my copy of Dracula, and I am not a big like horror or monster or like scary like type of person, like as far as reading goes. This is incredible fiction, and it's just so horrendous and so incredibly descriptive in every aspect of it. It's so scary. If you are interested in pursuing some sort of horror genre, writing, directing, anything involving something scary, you can't not read this, because this is, as far as I go, as you know, personally, this is the Bible of how to write a thriller. This is how to write a mystery. This is how to write just scary, because there's so much depth to this book and discovery, and oh my gosh, I could go on forever about Dracula. And you know, someone recently talked to me about Twilight, and I said, oh my gosh, real vampires don't sparkle in sunlight, they die. Because all of my classes have been working with poetry recently, I decided to bring my favorite poetry book that I own, and I don't own very many because, like I said, I am not a big poetry guy, but this piece of book, or this book, not piece of book, is Horseradish, written by Lemony Snicket. Now, Lemony Snicket wrote, if you don't know, A Series of Unfortunate Events, which is on Netflix now, and it's really good. If you side note, go watch that because it's also very good. But he wrote a poetry book either a couple years or pretty close after he finished A Series of Unfortunate Events. And I love this book. The sarcastic, just dry humor and wit, and sometimes very dark poems in this book, and simple. They're very short poems with very deep meaning behind it and extreme vocabulary. If you are looking for interesting ways of phrasing things, definitely read this book because it is awesome. On travel. There are times to stay put, and what you want will come to you. And there are times to go out into the world and find such a thing for yourself. That totally works for what we did today! Oh my gosh, I could have done this book review at home. Instead, I came out here, I got to see all the kids sledding, and I found this great place to read. So I saved my favorite for last. And if you watched yesterday's video, I mentioned it very briefly, but my favorite book of all time is The Great Gatsby. I read this book for the first time when I was a junior in high school, and it was because we had to. It was also the same year that the movie came out with Leonardo DiCaprio, so it was a pretty good coincidence. I am not a big fan of the movie, and that's only because I'm not a big fan of Tobey Maguire. He ruined Spider-Man for me, so I have this deep, dark grudge for Tobey Maguire, so it kind of ruined Great Gatsby, the movie, for me. But this book is so beautiful. There's not even much words that I could use to describe my love for this book. It brings up the American dream in such a different perspective that you have to take a look at yourself and what are you doing with your life? Are you living that American dream, or are you also trying to pursue a lie? Are you trying to pursue something that is unattainable? That was one of the most pleasant days I've had ever. What? Go eat your food. Go eat your food. I really hope you enjoyed today's video because that was such a surprise for me, because I definitely went into today with a goal, just, share my favorite books. But then I thought, you know what? It's probably better if I go out to do it because you don't want to see me just sitting in front of the desk all day. So I went out. And I ended up stumbling upon one of the most fun days I think I've ever had. So, it's just a lesson on its own. Go out. That's what I said yesterday. Go try new things. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go out for a little bit and see what I can find. And I found something great. Go ahead and leave a comment below with your favorite books. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on your books and on my books. Let me know if you disagree with my list. Don't forget to hit that like button right there, and don't forget to subscribe. And that's gonna do it for me today. I hope you all had a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later.